There have been some really mixed feelings on the Movie Moment series. Now, if you guys don't know what the series is exactly about, all the cars that have been released in it so far, which is like 6, were previously released in other ways. They're all re-releases, but they do come with new plastic accessories that haven't been released before. As you can see, Trunk Fresh here that I'll be reviewing today came with a pit stop barrier. So I personally like them a lot. First of all, I'm a huge fan of the Piston Cup, and I'm always up for new accessories because, in retrospect, Mattel hasn't released that many accessories that you can put with your cars and kind of recreate a scene from the movie. So I'm really happy that they made this series earlier this year. It was like in late summer, July, August, around there when they started releasing them. So I'm really happy about it, but I can also understand the people who aren't. Because you can kind of realize that Mattel is enticing you to buy a car you might already have just to get that plastic accessory, which probably took them barely any time to make and barely any money to make as well. So it's kind of like a money grab. They just want more money. So I can understand that point because I already have Trunk Fresh. I didn't need to buy this here to get Trunk Fresh. I bought it for the accessory. But there's an advantage of buying Trunk Fresh again, and that is that he is actually a slight variation. He's different from his original release that I just showed you back there in the slightest of ways, but I actually do like the difference, and so that adds to my motivation for buying it. So do what you like. I personally like them a lot. Some of my friends do, some of my friends don't, and that's perfectly fine. So you might all be wondering, how did I get this here? I mean, that's a huge question. I get that asked to me a lot. Now, I got the entire Movie Moment series. I got 2 of each. Lightning McQueen, Sidewall Shine, Dexter Hoover, Toe Cap, Trunk Fresh here, and I think there was one more, but it is escaping me. Oh, Shiny Wax. That was the last one. I've reviewed them all except for Sidewall Shine and Trunk Fresh here. So after this, I will be making a video on Sidewall Shine sometime in the near future. But getting back to it, I got 2 of each one, but I got them from a variety of places. I started getting a couple from Amazon. Not all of them were in stock. Then I bought some on eBay, and then thanks to a great friend of mine, she helped me out with the rest of them because she actually found them at Heb, which is a store exclusive to Texas, HEB. It's a grocery store, and man, it's just like seemingly the best store lately because I've seen pictures of it, and they're showing the Super Chase J. Lowly, M.A. Breakdrum, Alex McKino, like all of the new releases. But it's literally only in the state of Texas in the United States. But whatever, I'm happy that I got them thanks to my friend Amazon and eBay as well. Now keep in mind, so far this series has only been found at grocery type stores in the United States. I haven't seen anyone find these in Australia, Canada, or Europe, and I have absolutely no idea why. It's pretty disappointing. I don't know why Mattel just quietly released these cars. They haven't even released them to Target, Walmart, or Toys R Us stores. It seems like Mattel is embarrassed of them and is just shipping them to grocery stores like Kroger, Fry's, Heb, like I previously mentioned. I have no clue why they're doing this. I think they would sell in stores because kids love Piston Cup racers, and they seem to be releasing some of the more obscure ones like Trunk Fresh and Toe Cap. So if a kid saw this, they probably would buy it if they're into the hobby. So I really don't know why Mattel just kind of subtly released these. It's really disappointing to me because I know some people in our countries want to buy them, and it's pretty difficult because then you have to get them on eBay for increased prices. So that is pretty unfortunate, but if you do want these and you live in a different country, I hope that you can get them relatively easily because I do empathize with you. That is just terrible that Mattel distributed these so minorly just to grocery stores in the USA, and not even all grocery stores. So that is just crazy. But moving on to the package now, we can see a nice picture of Dirkson D'Agostino, which is Trunk Fresh's real name, and the background is the Los Angeles International Speedway pit row with Chick Hicks' team over here on the left and McQueen's team from Radiator Springs on the right. I really do like that picture. I'm glad that they chose it for the background of this line. Now, it is a choking hazard for the pit stop barrier. It's plastic, hollow. You can probably break it relatively easily. So yeah, it's considered to be a choking hazard. So parents, be aware of that. At the bottom here, we have the name tag, the Movie Moments logo, and now this series is kind of like a branch off from the main line. It's not like the Radiator Springs series or Paris Parts Market. No, nothing like that. It's like a branch off, kind of like the Road Trip series, but it's obviously not an entirely new idea or concept. And so therefore, it doesn't have any numbering here like your typical series would do. See, 6 out of 15 there, just to let you guys know about that. On the back here, we see a picture from the Motor Speedway of the South. Now here are all of the pit stop barriers. I like this picture because it really shows you that they are from the movie, so it's not something that Mattel just made up. There's Chick Hicks' one, McQueen's, Nitroid, it looks like Easy Idol, and a couple other racers are back there as well. And it says, recreate your favorite moments from the exciting Piston Cup race. And unfortunately, we do have instructions for the Daredevil Garage app. I really do not like this app, as I've said before. So you can check it out if you want, but you might be disappointed. You probably will, actually. So that's all for the package. I'll be right back with this awesome car opened up. Now, I just reviewed Team Trunk Fresh about 2 months ago for a birthday request, so I'm not going to go into much detail about his appearance in the movie and his previous releases because I just talked about it all. And I will have a link for that review in the description below. I also might put in the end screen of this video and as a card suggestion as well. But I will briefly talk about those things. He obviously appeared in the first Cars movie at the Motor Speedway of the South race, which was the first race in the movie that started the movie off, and he just had some background appearances during the big crash that Chick Hicks caused. I'm sure he appeared somewhere in the massive racers as well. And now moving on to his previous releases, I think he's been released a decent amount of times. I believe I got him in the launcher release in 2008 or 2009, somewhere around there. And also in 2009, he received a rubber tire release exclusive to Kmart for one of the Kmart Collectors events. It really is just the racer with rubber tires, so I have one in the package and don't really intend on taking him out of the package. There's not really a big need in doing so, at least for me personally there. And I believe he also got some 4-pack releases exclusive to Target in 2010 and 2014, 2013 as well. I may be wrong though, I'm just kind of going off of my memory there. So he has been released quite a bit, and now he's back 2016 for the Movie Moments series. So now, taking a look at Trunk Fresh himself here, I do like the outline around the hood there. It's definitely a lot more defined than on the previous release. This is from the launcher back in 2009, 2008, so like 7 years old there. He has the Trunk Fresh logo on the hood there. I believe I came to the conclusion that Trunk Fresh actually is kind of like, I don't really know how to describe it, but it's like Febreze, like those types of things, like cleaners, you know, Trunk Fresh, but cleans your trunk and makes it smell good as well. I mean, that's kind of obvious, but I did want to point it out there. He has the Trunk Fresh logo toward the back here with the nice little stars there, kind of like the stars that symbolize cleanliness and good smell. He has green rims with the black Lightyear tires. He's number 34 with a bunch of other sponsors as well, such as Mood Springs, No Stow, Vitaline, Gask-Its, and the list continues. And I really do like this design with like the triangles there. It really goes well with his black paint. Number 34 on the roof there. Let's see if he has a slogan. I kind of forgot. Nope, no slogan for Trunk Fresh. If you guys don't know, some of the racers actually have slogans on the back, like Taco Mint and some other ones as well. But nope, just says Trunk Fresh. And here's the base if you're interested. This will be pretty interesting to compare the two bases from about 8 years apart. Man, look, there's barely anything on this base. There's some here and here, but that's about it. And now look at, there's a code where it was last time there and there, and now we got more there. So it seems like they've definitely increased the amount going on the base for whatever reason. And so here's like a side-by-side comparison. I have to say I like the new version, maybe because it's just cleaner and the colors do look different for the green, and that might just be because mine has faded over the years, but this one's definitely a brighter light green. This one's faded kind of like a snot green almost, but still pretty much the same. And now the variation that I was talking about earlier is in the eyes. So the new one here is completely flat eyes. They call them flat eye variations. If you run your finger across it, it's completely flat. You don't feel any depth. But if you have a previous release, you'll actually feel depth between the white space, the eyes, like right here, and the eyelid. So if you move it up, yep, you can see that depth right there. So that was a nice feature, I guess you can say, that they had on all of the racers basically up to 2013, 2014, you know, around there. Some racers that they really still have them, but most of them are being converted to the flat eye design over here, which I personally like. It makes the car look fresher. See what I did there? You know, nice pun. No, I understand, but I just kind of like the better, more clean, sophisticated look. I really do like it, and so it gives me another reason to buy the Movie Moment series. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like the new one's like hoisted up a little bit more. It looks like he's higher. I don't know, if you look at it like that, kind of does. So that's just kind of what I think. I don't know why that is, but whatever. Moving on to his banner here, or barrier. It says Trunk Fresh, you know, pretty obvious. And now, I've said before in my reviews of these that this is a very good sticker. I still stand by that. This is a very, very good sticker. Even if it is a sticker, it might be painted on, but I think it probably is a sticker. So it is hollow on the inside there, but it's very sturdy plastic. Just don't step on it or anything. I don't think that would be pleasant, but it's pretty much all for the barrier. It's not a perfect rectangle, as you can see. It's like a kind of like a parallelogram. My God, I always get into these shapes during my videos. I'm like, that looks like a rhombus. And it's like, what's a rhombus? I don't know. But here are the other pit stop barriers that have been released. These are all of them actually, except for Sidewall Shine, because I haven't opened him up yet. He's like back there. See that yellow blob right there? That's him back there. So I'll get to him hopefully before the month is ended. So here they are. Let me know in the comments section below which one is your favorite. I have to say my favorite is, I don't know, I like Shiny Wax a lot because of the rings. Just gives a nice look to it, but all of them are very nice as well. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. Let me know if you did or if you didn't, I guess. But thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it as always. And I really don't have anything to say. I kind of wanted to give you guys an update, but I will be getting some new videos out this week. This is Sunday. Maybe you're seeing this Monday. I'm not really sure when I'll upload it, but do want to do the Radiator Springs Cleanup 5-pack review soon. Carnival Racers Wave 2 as well. And of course, then we'll be moving on to the 12 Days of Christmas. I got a bunch of suggestions. I really do appreciate that. Of course, you can suggest all the way up to December 13th. But the sooner, the better, because I can get a jump on pre-recording them. So thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed, like I said before. And I'll see you guys next time for another review. Bye now.